Look good for nobody.
You said that on camera.
All right.
All right. So we're out here with our
Messed up hairdos and whatever.
today's Sunday.
Yep.
And it's already kind of late in the day. We're out here in the backyard. So we're outside the backyard with our boneyard. We have a bunch of junky cars all over here. And it's gonna grow. We have all this space to put more junk cars. But I am curious because I have not come out here and cleaned out the inside of this car. I'm curious to see what's in here. So we're gonna get this cleaned up a little bit. And we'll talk about some of the parts and things we got.
Bug spray.
He has this.
This is the bug killer.
For all of our Spidey friends that are hiding in this thing.
Okay, do it.
And unfortunately, this engine seems to be locked up.
Well, we're not 100% sure yet, but we turned the crank bolt and it doesn't want to turn over, but it might be in gear. It's still got the tranny and everything in it. I mean, it does roll, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Probably gonna just yank this thing out and it's gonna go to the scrapper anyway.
But still, that back seat's only for this car, only for a two-door hardtop.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the other video about this car. And I said that I got really lucky with that back seat. And some of you might be like, what are you talking about? It's just a metal rusty frame. Are you nuts? The problem is this seat is specific to this car. It's different from my car. And
Only for a two-door hardtop, either like a Ford Victoria or the Sunliner, something like that, because it's got these pieces here that fit on the sides. Those are the armrests.
Where's that? Is that the side for driver's side?
This is the driver's side right here. Goes like this.
So the reason why I'm excited for these pieces, because you can see this sits in there like that, and that's your armrest.
Yeah, that's why the seat has that cutout. And this seat is different to make room for these to fit inside.
So that's why I'm excited that we have the back seat. And I have matching pair. So I have this one and I have the passenger side. And the other thing is I got lucky about is my Mercury, I want to make it a stick shift. And I have the pedal assembly to convert mine to a stick. So one's brake, one's clutch. I have a gas pedal there, and then the pedal box is right here. We gotta take that off and put it in my car. But there's a bunch of rust in this car as well.
Car's junk.
Yeah, these are in good shape. You can sandblast these and get them painted and get them reupholstered and they'll look brand new. You can see all of the rust. You can see right here. There is light right there. That's the bottom. You can see through the bottom. These are all the parts. So got the latch pan, which I'm probably gonna use. Is there something wrong with mine?
It's if you don't have one, we'll use it. If you have one, we'll use yours because it's better, but it's still got the hood latch. The hood latch is worth money. Because they're hard to get.
Here's the original Mercury column. This is a 3 on the tree column. I have the dash, but they took all the parts off of it. But my car has a complete dash, and I have more dash parts here. I think this goes underneath the dash. This goes on top. This goes on top, and then there's like some levers that go right here on both sides. And then I have more interior trim. These go on the back seat somewhere, and they have
underneath the rear windows.
Yeah, they go underneath the rear windows, and I have this cool trim piece for both sides.
You should pull the seat out of there.
And then I also have driver and passenger. Or no, do I have both of them here? Is there 2 here or just one here?
I don't know.
I think it's just one. So I have one door panel, and it has a stainless on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. We've never used them, but for right now, I'm keeping them. I'm not going to get rid of it.
This car is so rusty.
Yeah. Even though that the most of this car is junk, I got some extra parts that I didn't have to help complete my car, to kind of do my build. I don't know. You know what this is?
I think that's part of like the heater control.
Okay, ready? It's gonna be a raccoon under here or what?
We'll get him on video if there's a raccoon up there. Just want to see the bottom of the seat. Oh, it's actually in good shape.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
You can get it reupholstered.
Yep. Take all that off, get it reupholstered. You got an original seat.
Cool, man. Even all the bows are here. Show them the bows for the headliner are in here. So if I want to get the headliner done, I need these bows to hold it up.
Yeah, because you don't get them over on this side.
Yep. These might be special to this car too, those bows. I'm missing trim though, huh?
It may be, yeah,
This
missing
trim?
a piece there. Yep, missing that
Dude,
piece.
that side's missing.
I might have it though.
Is there a trim piece that goes on that back top piece? It has to be, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
We're gonna take these out.
If they're any good. Why is that one all boing over there? Is it rusted out already?
There's no bolt holding it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then all the glass is good.
Well, it's not broken, so it's used.
Yeah, it's not broken, but it's scratched up.
But it's only flat glass. Anybody can make flat glass. The windshield's scratched.
And man, that from here to here looks tiny.
It is
inside the car.
Yeah, because it's shorter than a regular two-door coupe. These were designed to look like they were chopped already.
So that was just a quick little update on the Mercury. We're not gonna quite start working on that project just yet. Maybe in the future. How long, I don't know, but at the moment, we're gonna be jumping back on the Honda. I got the motor right here. It's pretty much looking pretty clean. And I ordered a gasket set for the engine. I'm waiting on that to show up. So we have a bunch of junk to be scraping off. The engine was leaking all kinds of oil, like a lot of it. And for a while too, whoever had the car before us, they were driving around with a leak, pretty bad one for a while. And we're just kind of trying to clean it. The good news is it protected it from rust. So it is the next weekend, and and we already got this engine bay looking pretty nice. It's not done, but it's definitely a lot cleaner than what it was. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the subframe and we're gonna get this all painted pretty nice and we're gonna put it back up. But we still have more cleaning to do here on the engine bay. But for the rest of the video, so we're gonna be working on the little engine today because I was able to get a gasket set. I was able to get my hands on a brand new full gasket set for the little Honda engine. So I'm not entirely sure how much of this we're gonna use, but we're gonna try to fix the leak that this thing has. So this contraption is probably not the best idea, and I was gonna time lapse it, but just in case it all falls over, you get to see what happens. I make it that tight. So it's tight on it. Should be okay. It's kind of,
Yeah, but the weight of the oil.
yeah.
Okay, not too bad. That oil looks pretty good. Look, you can see through it.
It's new oil.
Who put that in there?
We did. So the engine moves. Now we have the oil out. We're gonna jump into time lapse and we're gonna get this little engine torn apart, and let's get to it. So most of you guys actually know what we're trying to do here, especially if you're a Honda guy, and most of you watching the channel are a Honda guy. But for those who don't, I'm trying to put the light in there. There's a nut right there that we have to get off so we can take the intake and exhaust off. And there's another nut on the other side. See if I can show you on camera. And we are having a heck of a time trying to get in there. So that's the dilemma right now. So I'm probably gonna have to go buy a new wrench because I think we only have 112. I'm gonna go buy a new wrench so we can cut it in half. See what happens. Let's see what it looks like in here. There's a baffle in there. Smells burnt. Smells like burnt oil. Smells funny.
Yeah, it's typical. Dude, look at all that. That ain't good.
Hey, what are you thinking? What does it look like in there?
I'm thinking you should vacuum that out before it falls
In.
down.
Damn, look at those little tiny pistons. Those things are tiny. Those pistons are tiny. It's like a McDonald's small cup.
Look, I took that off the bottom of the pan. Off right there. It's metal shavings right there.
That's not good.
See it there?
Yep. Can you get a good shot of the piston? Come on this side, you can see it right here. Look at that little thing right there.
Tiny little thing.
Yeah, that thing's tiny.
There's something on there.
So that's a piece of metal right there.
Yeah, well, what is that from? Could it be?
So we have the oil pan off and we are doing some more looking around. And there is, where's that pieces? Where's those metal pieces you saw? They on this side?
Yeah, down there by the.
Oh yeah. You can kind of see some metal in there. It's not a good sign. This engine did run really well, but we only had it running for like a couple minutes, which is not long enough to tell us much.
No, I mean, sometimes when you assemble something, it's not as clean as you want it to be, or these guys that rebuilt this motor, you know, there was something still in there. Sometimes a little bit. When you get a lot, there's concern. You never know. You really don't want any metal in there that's not supposed to be there. Thank God this thing has this oil screen, because it wouldn't let any metal go past it. Not that there was a lot on there. It's only just had a couple little chips. But where did those chips come from? Could be anything. Casting chips. Who knows?
So we're gonna do some looking around.
We're just gonna keep taking it apart and see what happens. Talk to some people.
So now that we have that engine kind of taken apart, we're gonna do some brainstorming, talk to some people, and see what we want to do with this engine. But in the meantime, I have the other engine sitting on the little dolly here, and I want to get the transmission disconnected from it because we're going to be using that 5-speed, and we need to see how the clutch looks to see what we need to get if we need a clutch. If the clutch is in good shape, we'll probably reuse it. Clutch is out and it's not in terrible shape. This does have a little bit of a scratch all the way around, you can kind of tell, and there's a little bit of a lip on the outside or the inside and the outside. And the actual clutch itself is pretty worn down, getting close to these right here. There's not much of a space there at all. So it's good that we're gonna replace it. Backside of this is not terrible, but it's probably all gonna get replaced either way.
The roller bearing is bad.
Yeah, my dad was pretty surprised that there's a little roller bearing in here. He was saying that Datsun has a bushing, and this thing is kind of rough. It's not very smooth at all. So we're gonna have to be looking for a new clutch for sure, but all things considered, this is not terrible. If we had to reuse this and just replace the clutch, it probably would be okay. Maybe.